away. Jugging on the main stage with the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your perm at. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be great at small times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. No, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say yo, so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it. If you gon' do it, then don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. Cause you ain't built like that.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
nation. This is second nature. All is automatic. You fools hurt. Jesus will.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
The play, 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Landry now on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
And the Browns First down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. It'll be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being...
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown.
Cleveland.
Nick Chubb with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now Landry. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. first down. They'll run with Chubb. Demario Davis there on the stop.
But
not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It's 3rd.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Going deep here. It's caught inside the 25. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one goes for 36 yards. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Ravens nothing.
Second and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 3rd down here.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Mayfield off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete.
Mayfield. So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked off by Grant Delpit. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A run for Nick Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They run. Chubb. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
The ball carrier.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20.
Prime time, baby.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They go play action. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Formation for the Browns.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go play action with Jackson. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the Browns' 46-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there. First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Play action. It's Jackson. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Browns 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue way. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Number 40.
23 yards on the play. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
14.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Jackson on second down. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On third down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point.
Now Mayfield lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That one whistled against the big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Come on, QB, come on. 52's the mic right here.
Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's now third.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. The 20. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
That's the end.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 20.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
The Browns drive about to get started. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. From the gun, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Mayfield on play action. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. On the ground, it's Chubb. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they take a knee. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Tonight's final score, Browns.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's